And how you doing? This is Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com and the Wimi Report. Good evening. Um, so I want this video to basically be about people, so-called journalists, and journalists around the United States, and not only that, but journalists and football coaches and everyone else on media that have called themselves experts, uh, recruiting gurus, which was mentioned to me one by a coach, and I looked at him and was like, "You're gonna call me a recruiting guru? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as an expert in football. Football is a lifelong journey of learning processes, and for anyone to call themselves a football expert or a guru, especially someone that has never played the game, has never coached the game, and they call themselves a football expert, I'd be careful. I'd be very careful. And when I was back in my days of being a rabid NFL fan, I would always laugh at the journalists that would call themselves football experts that never played the game, never even coached the game, and it literally made no sense to me, and especially recruiting experts. That makes absolutely no sense to me, because you, as a recruiting expert, say you're living, um, say you're living in California or Florida, you're gonna tell me how a kid on the west side of Chicago who is living in a single parent household, whose mom's trying to just struggle to get put food on the table for the family, is you're telling me that you know what he's thinking? Doesn't make any sense. Or you have a guy from New York City, a recruiting expert. You're gonna tell me that you know something about the kid outside of Western Texas, who's who's living in Western Texas and is a star football player. You're gonna tell me that you have the same mindset as him, and you know what school he's gonna go to and all that other stuff? No. So there's no such thing as a recruiting expert. There's no such thing as a football expert. Football is a lifelong journey, a lifelong learning process. There are a bunch of smart guys. And I consider Matt Bowen an expert because the guy's that good. But for you to say that you're an expert or a guru, that's complete BS. That's another thing too. This is the one thing I love about quarterback training coaches and all the and that when they call themselves football experts. Okay, draw me up a T formation play. Oh, you can't do that. Well, draw me up a wishbone play. Oh, you can't do that. So you're not a football expert. You don't understand the history of the game. Okay, no problem. I understand. But just don't call yourself a football expert. I'm not a football expert. I'm by far least football expert. The most football I know about is the T formation and the run and shoot. But I'm still learning. I'm learning every day. I literally the reason why I have so much respect for Derek Leonard and Matt Bowen and guys like Grabowski, who's on Twitter. I learn new things every day. There's another guy, Smith. No, not Smith. I'm forgetting his name. I learn about the formations ever in the history. That's another thing about experts and recruiting experts. This is the one thing that really gets me angry. Scouts, recruiting experts, all of them that don't understand the history of a high school or understand the history of a college. They don't, and they're like, "Oh, he's going to go to." He's not going to go to because here's the reason why. The main reason why is that high school coach has a history for other school, and the other school's has a history of getting these type of players from that school. That's why he's going to go to a different school. Literally, these recruiting experts have no idea in the history of the game, which really pisses me off. So it's complete mind blowing of the random stupidity of these so-called experts that call themselves experts. And it's disrespectful for them to call themselves experts of football. They're not. I'm not. I'm at least like football's a lifelong process. This is the greatest thing in life right now for me. Is I'm learning so much about different formations than that. You should never ever call yourself a football expert or a football guru. There's no such thing. Football is a lifelong learning process. Simple as that. Simple as that. And the smartest guy in Illinois is guess who? Guess who he is? He's after Matt Bowen. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say that, but Matt Bowen, and he doesn't even call himself an expert. He doesn't call him anything. He doesn't even call himself that. He even says that he's still learning with his offensive coordinator. So slow down when you call yourself an expert or a recruiting expert, because recruiting expert makes me absolutely laugh, and especially scouts when they don't understand when they're on Twitter and they just say, "I don't understand why you went to that school." Well, let's look at the history of the high school. That history of the high school has a strong connection to that college. Whoa, big surprise. It makes no sense. And again, at the biggest thing, and I said this before, the recruiting experts that have said, "Well, I know what this kid's thinking." No, you don't. You're telling me you're a 40-year-old man living it living on the West Coast, and you know what a 16-year-old kid's thinking? Hell no. Get your thumb out of your ass. Just stop lying to yourself. And you're just saying it, and literally it it's still mind blowing why people call themselves experts, gurus. There's no such thing. Get a life. Take a hike with that BS. Okay? Football is a lifelong learning session. Simple as that. And the so-called experts in that say that they're experts that don't even know any of the history of the game. Come on, guys. Just had to get that off my chest. Thank you so much. If you like what I had to say, please follow Coach Big Pete, me, and Deep Dish Football on Twitter and Facebook. Also go to deepdishfootball.com. Also follow me on Instagram at Coach Big Pete. Also, please go to YouTube. Look back. I got a bunch of videos. Some videos that you might like, some videos that you might not like. But look back at all the videos that I have on YouTube, Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football. Please subscribe to the channel, please. Also, if you like what I have to say, go to deepdishfootball.com. On the right panel, on the right thing, in the front page, there's a give me a tip or donation box. Please leave a tip or a donation for me. Again, and this is one thing that people have been asking me. I do not sell any of the players' names to the coaches. I don't make any money off that crap. And I don't charge kids. I don't charge parents. I don't do any of that crap. So no profits coming from both sides. None. Just let you guys know. And just let the college coaches know. I am not I'm not an effing recruiting service or any of that shit. I don't do any of that crap. So thank you. And if you have any questions, please follow Coach Big Pete FP at gmail.com. Have a lovely day.